What's good, everybody? Sean P, the Bluff God, and we back at it again with another One Piece discussion. And today we will be talking about One Piece Chapter 1021, Domino or Demonio. Demonio. That's what I meant to say. Demonio. Let me pull up the chapter real quick. Alright. Put this up real quick so I can see this, get this chapter up. Alright, y'all. So, today we doing this discussion on a Monday. We usually do these on Sundays, but I have no control over when, Shonen Jump wants to release the official chapter. And, this week they chose to do it on a Monday versus do it on a Sunday. Maybe they need a little extra time to release the chapter. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, we're doing it today on a Monday instead of Sunday. I did a stream yesterday, a beat making stream where I made that beat that was in the beginning of this stream. But I did that in place of having a chapter. But today we get a chapter. So today we got the chapter. If you follow the official chapters, then you got it today. If not, then you got it like last week. If you follow the scans, you got it last week. Over here though, we like to discuss the official chapter. As far as when we discuss it, we like to discuss the official chapter. So there's no questions or like translation, things like that. We getting the official. That's what we doing, the official. Anyway, let's get to this chapter. Chapter One Piece. One Piece, chapter 1021, Demonio. And I want to say I really enjoyed this. Like, I'm gonna kind of give my how I felt about this chapter. I don't like this chapter. It didn't really give much to talk about. So honestly, this might not be a very long stream or as long as most of my other streams because this chapter was pretty straightforward. It was just pretty much mostly Robin versus Black Maria. And then we get a little of what's going on with Luffy and Momonosuke and Law's crew down on land. But it didn't really give us anything like... it gave us maybe one thing to really talk about there. But one or two things. But it didn't really give us a lot, And everything else is just mostly Black Maria and Robin fighting or Brooke and Black Maria's people fighting. So, yeah. So this might be a much shorter discussion, a little bit of shorter discussion than most of my normal discussions. But anyway, let's get to it. One Piece chapter 1021, Demonio. The cover page we got Senior Pink and Frankie in what it said, a leopard's bar. They're at a leopard's bar, right? We get, I'm assuming, Senior Pink telling his life story. Frankie all emotional. Frankie gets emotional. And then we get the bartender who's a leopard, who I suppose is the owner of the establishment. He's crying at, whatever they're crying at. Whatever they're crying at while they're drinking, eating cheese and whatever. I'm trying to look at the cover just to see if maybe there's anything that's easily missed, like any little what are they called? Easter eggs. We get like a skull, like swords in the skull in the back, kind of like a little plaque, and then we get like the wheel of a ship in the top right. So yeah, I don't really see anything worth talking, like anything trying to go any deeper in this cover page. So we're gonna get to the chapter. All right, so we start off mid fight. Robin is in her. I'm gonna call this her Susanoo form. Hey, she put like Robin pulling out Susanoos and stuff. So Black Maria basically points out to Robin saying, "Oh, that's quite size you could reach." You know, it seems she points out that it seems exhausting. From what we know of Robin's ability, how it works, you know, like just normally using like attacks, like when she usually breaks backs and stuff. I don't think that really gives a lot of energy, but when she's doing things like we seen her before, I think she sprouted wings at one point, and I forgot who she was carrying, and she even made a statement talking about it's taxing on her when she had those wings, So I'm assuming when she uses like I would say when she's like using big limbs, when she's creating big limbs of herself, or things like big wings or big limbs, because you see her little Susanoo form. I'm assuming things like that really are taxing on with her using her ability, as well as maybe if she uses a lot of them. You know how she could sprout arms on a platoon of soldiers. Like let's say if she did like thousands of them, that might be pretty taxing on her as well. That's what I would think, at least. But it seems like those, like when she's just sprouting arms out of people, like those aren't usually as taxing on Robin as when she's using like big hands or big arms or big legs, or like sprouting wings to do whatever she does. So so she catches Black Maria with a sea serpent dragon, or sea serpent snapdragon, and she basically uses all her arms to, basically grab hold of Black Maria, and Black Maria, Robin is grabbing Black Maria, and Black Maria say, "Hey, you think I'm just gonna sit back and let you attack me?" And she starts basically like cutting cutting Robin's arms, right, with her with that little staff she has, and it hurts Robin, but this isn't something that's new. I think it's already been established that Robin, you can hurt Robin's you can hurt Robin through her own ability. Like if she sprouts an arm and you cut it or burn it, it's going to affect her. It's just because all it is an extension of her, that she can control the size, she could control the number, the sheer number of which she wants to sprout, but still, she can still feel the pain of her sprouted ligaments. So Black Maria is, just inflicting damage on Robin. She says all you've done is given me an easier target to hit, bigger arms and more of them. So, I I would probably say that is, like I've talked about it before. I believe that Robin has her devil fruit has so much potential, you know, because the fact that she could sprout it on anybody, anywhere. Like she could sprout them from anywhere. But at the same time, you know, she's sprouting all these legs and arms and different things, but they can still be damaged and ultimately damaging her. So I would definitely think that is a weakness of her ability, and it's good to see Black Maria catch on to that. You know what I'm saying? And she's using Robin's ability against her, and so we see that Black Maria she could do poison through her legs, right? Her little spider legs. She said, so you noticed the poison on my feet, which is weird, that's, it's not really I mean, it's One Piece, they kind of do their own thing. But you know, spiders usually gotta bite you though. But yeah, that's that. So she basically webs up Robin with a marionette, like her spider net, marionette, which is one thing I liked about it. I kind of like about Black Maria. A lot of her abilities are named with Maria in it. You know, like she has the marionette, and then the next attack she does is the Maria Prehend. You know, Maria Prehend, and give me 1 second, yo. Sorry, little distraction. But okay, so Black Maria basically has a hold of Robin, and she puts on some brass knucks, and she says, you know, I'm a fighter, you know, and I show no mercy. I ain't gonna lie, this call made me like Black Maria right here, and then she basically just jumps on Robin's. I'm gonna call it Robin Susano, right? I'm gonna call it Robin Susano. She she jumps on Robin and said, and I show no mercy, even to women. And all you see is Black Maria going in with her fists and her brass knuckles, and just basically beating on this Robin Susano. And it kind of looked like Robin's in like the like kind of under Black Maria. Like you kind of see her body like under but behind, like Black Maria kind of like dove over her onto Robin Susano, but Robin's still there, basically taking the brutes of her of the attack. And so Black Maria hits Robin with the Orion knuckles, which you know, and I kind of want to point this out. It's dope to see. It's dope to see like because we see how big Black Maria is, right? And I always thought like you know Robin would make a good opponent for Black Maria because I feel you know Black Robin we seen Robin use like big arms and big legs. It wasn't until now until we see her pull out some Susanoo, some form where it's like her but bigger. But we see that she was capable of pulling like creating big arms and big legs. So I thought she, you know, I thought just because of that alone that she would make up a good opponent for someone as big as Black Maria. So you know, just putting that to a side note. But so Black Maria is basically pounding Robin with this with these brass knuckles, and you know she says haha it's so satisfying to beat on a nice big target. So you know I'm sure Black Maria is used to fighting people smaller than her. So now she gets to fight somebody who's her size, right? And so Robin pulls back her ability, you know, basically makes it disappear. You see all the little flower petals, the roses while Black Maria was trying to punch her. And Black Maria said, "Oh, that's too much for you." And then we see Robin's arms come again, basically trying to grab Black Maria, but Black Maria basically sprays a whole bunch of her webs everywhere into a Maria Cade, kind of like a barricade, but Maria Cade, and which is funny. Like that's why I kind of like Black Maria's ability because all her attacks are named after her, the Maria Cade. Um, and then she said, "My threads are flammable," you know. And then we see the little spider that she's like her little spider thing she's attached to shoot out a bunch of fire, right? And she calls this attack Marie Arson. Marie Arson. And and you know, Black Maria is basically, you know, shooting all this fire around. She says, "What happened to this won't take? What happened to this?" Basically, kind of what Robin said about this won't take long. She said, "What happened to this won't take long? After you stuck up for that pathetic black leg, Sanji's failure, you're both going to look like idiots if you lose next." And and then she says something about like her flowers only being her flowers only being able to bloom, or can her flowers bloom in a sea of flames? And then she's like, suppose you had to show me, you know. And then she said, or are you going to depend on the skeleton? Talking about Brooke, but then Brooke basically said, that's a foolish thing to say. If I were you, I'd be running right now. And at first I was thinking like, oh, is Brooke about to intervene? But or is he just that confident in Robin? And I think it's the confidence. As we see after Brooke says that, it's that confidence. And Black Maria continues to kind of belittle Robin, talking about, what are you even good for, you demon child? Remember what I said, failure, or whatever. Remember what I said earlier? You're dead weight, and the only reason why people want you is because what's in your head. Her knowledge is what I'll assume, and so we kind of get a little flashback of Robin with what's her name, Koala and Sabo, and what's the fishman? The fishman, the one. What's his name? I forget his name. It's oh my god, I can't remember the dude's name. But the fishman that's part of the Revolution Army. That guy. You know what I'm saying? He was in Dressrosa, if I remember correctly. And we got Koala talking to Robin, talking about, hey, you need to learn how to be able to throw a punch, just in case, because from what we know, Robin, she is real reliant on her ability. She has a very OP ability, and she's very reliant on it. We don't see Robin really like tangling, like fighting. She's not really much of a fighter. So, we get Koala telling her, hey, you need to learn something, And Robin says, hey, what's wrong with slapping? Is that not good enough? And she said, people will try to kill you. And, people will try to kill you. So how about we teach you a open palm attack, which is an effective attack. I took Taekwondo, and if you palm somebody in the nose, you can actually kill somebody. If their nose, bone goes into their brain, you could do some damage to somebody. So a palm attack is pretty effective in a fight if you use it right. So, Sabu says, hey, want me to teach you my Dragon Claw first, or fist, Robin? Like you and me teach you my Dragon Claw, Robin. And the fishman was like, hey, don't force it on her. What she said, Robin's joint locks are plain powerful. And so, we get a flashback of them basically teaching Robin to be able to fight in case she needs to. And she talked about how she used it before, like on Fishman Island when they was about to crash into a rock or whatever, and she used the Gigantisco Mano, which is just a little palm to kind of push away the ship, to protect them. And then they even talk about teaching her like the Fishman karate version of it. So, going back to the main fight, Black Maria Robin. Robin basically uses that palm out. She uses a mill floor Fishman karate, and she palms the ceiling. And at first Black Maria's like, like, what are you doing? Why are you attacking up there? And then she's like, oh, unless you're trying to get rid of all these flames. So, so then we see this new form of Robin. We get the Demonio Fleur. The Demonio Fleur. And, Black Maria basically like, oh, a demon. And Robin basically says, yeah, I could be a demon if I have to. You keep calling me demon child. I show you a demon child. And she said, I'll do it for the people who truly need me. For the people who are counting on me. And, Black Maria says, stop. Why do you look like that? And then Robin says, what was that you said about not needing arms and legs? And Black Maria like, hey man, I wasn't talking about me. I was talking about you. Don't try to flip. Don't try to reverse this on me. And then we see Robin with a grand jacuzzi clutch. That's a weird name. Grand jacuzzi. Grand jacuzzi clutch. So, all right. So then we see Robin basically put Robin into like a submission hold. Her own submission hold is, it's like she got a hold of all of Black Maria's limbs, like her arm with one, like Robin's holding her arms, holding the legs. She got like her leg over her neck, and just kind of like got her in like a clutch. Like if you're familiar with wrestling, there's clutches, which is usually, it's like a hold where you kind of got their arms, or you got them contorted. Like there's different clutches though, but she pretty much got her in a clutch, her own version of a clutch, the Grand Jacuzzi clutch, which is her own version because her ability with all her arms and everything. And Black Maria looks pretty much out of it at this point. She looked like she's pretty much down for the count, at least for now. Like I said, I want to say last stream, I'm still hoping that the Toby Ropo aren't like down for good. I kind of wanted more from him. And maybe we'll get more from him in the anime. Because the manga has been kind of keeping things short, trying, just getting through the arc. But maybe we'll get like longer fights in the anime, which I'm excited. I'm excited for them to animate all this. The Jinbei versus Who's Who, the Frankie versus Sasaki, Robin and Brooke versus Black Maria and her people. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. The Toby Ropo fights. So okay, so next we kind of see what's going on with Black Maria's underlings, and they're like, oh, what's going on out there? Who's screaming? Is that Black Maria? What's going on with her? Is she okay? And they're behind like an ice wall that Brooke created, and they're all looking out. They're looking in between like the little crack that Brooke left, and just to see what's going on. And them doing that kind of left them open for a slash, like for Brooke to slash all of them in one motion. Because he says, I appreciate you lining up for me, yo ho ho ho. And now the phrase Diamatis Orchestra. And he basically slashes all of them down the line in one slash. Go ahead, Brooke. That's a dope panel right there with Brooke slashing them. Like Brooke, like the page before you get Robin, finishing Black Maria, looking wild as hell. And then we get Brooke, doing his little finisher. Or not, I don't want to say his little finisher, but doing his finisher to Black Maria's underlings. And so, you know, we get Robin kind of like exhausted after, and Brooke consoling her. I like this. I like Robin and Brooke, like, cause I've always seen Robin kind of being a little off-putting by Brooke and not wanting to mess with him, but like now they seem like they cool and they kind of bonded over this fight, and we see one of Bow Wing's little creatures kind of looking on at the end of this fight, and then we go back to Tokagi Port. And we see Caribou basically, talking about like, hey, that's a month's worth of food that I collected, So you better pay me back for all this. He's telling Luffy like, you better pay me back all this. That's a month's worth of food, or else, like, bro, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Caribou? Come on, bro. And then they said, like, I can't believe how much you were carrying around. And then Caribou says, my swamp powers is bottomless. She's a hungry gal. He. Which something I kind of want to talk about, at the end of this chapter. And we just see Luffy just down in all this food, like Luffy would do. Nothing new. And then kind of off to the side, a little off, we get Shinobu and Momonosuke talking, and you hear you basically, it starts with Shinobu basically saying, yeah, I could do that, but why would you suggest something like that? This is Shinobu asking Momonosuke. He said, why would you ask something like that? We just left that place, that terrible place. I'm not going to help you go back up there, And then, Momonosuke says, if I don't do something, the Fire Capital and all of Wano will fall into ruin. But where you're asking of me can't be undone, and your mind will still be that of a child. I don't care. Maybe it will help me turn into a giant dragon. And he says, please, Shinobu, use your right jutsu to turn me into an adult. And then to be continued. Doesn't seem like we have any breaks. Doesn't seem like the chapter's releasing on, like a Monday or Tuesday or something. So I'm assuming we'll have a chapter Sunday, which, we'll go back to doing these discussions on Sundays, which is nice, this, because I don't do these on Monday. So it's kind of a little, doing something kind of, off, I had to make a schedule for this. But anyway, let's talk about some things in the chapter. All right. First, I want to talk about Black Maria's devil fruit, right? And she just has it's kind of a weird devil fruit, man. Like, it has small fruit attributes. It more so has small fruit attributes. It seems more of a small fruit than it seems of a devil fruit. Because when you see zone users, right? We get zone users, and they usually just become the animal. If you have a lion zone devil fruit, you'll transform into a lion. Or if you're a dragon, you'll transform into a dragon, or have like dragon qualities. For her ability, it's like she has an extension of a spider on her, right? I mean, this wasn't just introduced. This was introduced a while ago. When we see Black Maria attacking Sanji, and it's awkward. It's awkward because it's confirmed that she is a devil fruit user, not a smile fruit user. But it's like she's attached to a spider. And when you look at like the smile fruit users, the thing that makes the thing that differs them from devil zone users is it's almost like they have an animal attached to them. Like we had Hold'em, he had like the line in the stomach. You know, we had. I guess not all of them though, because then you had like Speed, who she's just had a horse body. I don't remember her having like a separate horse, like a horse head attached to her. You know, that had its own personality, and that's another thing, the personality. Like, you know, from we see like when the spider was shooting fire, it's almost like it had its own sentience, its own being, its own conscious. You know, and that seemed more of a smile fruit user trait than it does a devil fruit user trait. I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but have we seen a zone user who's who who is kind of like a smile user, where they have like the animal attached to them, or they're attached to the animal, to where it's almost like two things kind of combined? You know what I'm saying? Like in the way Black Maria is, where she has like the spider. The spider has a face. It almost looked like it could move by or act almost by itself. I don't know. You know, have we seen that before? You know, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, but have we seen a zone devil fruit user who's who's I'm on phone like where whose I guess devil fruit look like it's more like an extension of them instead of it's them, you know, because smile users look like their things are more of an extension of them, you know, like they're a being with an animal, like combined with an animal, and the animal may still be there. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the chat or in the comments. Let me know, is are there any other devil fruit, like official devil fruits, not smile fruit users, but official devil fruit, like zone devil fruit users, that they're like the animal that they are is more like an extension of them instead of, you know, one with them. You know, like, because when you look at all the, like we could go back, talk about some devil fruit users like Lucci, right? Lucci was a leopard. You know, he turned into a leopard. He could turn into an actual like normal leopard, or he could kind of be a hybrid of a leopard and a human. But it was never like an extension to where it's like a leopard face popping out of his stomach, or his shoulder or something. You know what I mean? It's never been like that. And then you got guys like Marco, same thing. Pell, same thing. Who's who? Most of the Beast Pirates that are zone devil fruits. You know, and I say most because Black Maria is the only one not like that. You know, she's the only one that's more of a smile fruit user. So, I mean, it's weird. You know, I'm kind of intrigued to learn why her devil fruit is like that. You know, because it's just awkward. It just seems more of a smile fruit. Uh, seems more of a smile fruit thing, attribute, a smile fruit quality, or yeah, not quality. Uh, yeah, quality. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so next I want to talk about Robin and the revolutionaries, because we don't really know what happened with Robin. Man, I know I keep leaning like this. My foot is itching, so gotta scratch it. But yeah, we don't really know much what happened with Robin and the revolutionaries. And this chapter kind of made me feel like I want to know more, man. I want to get more. You know, what did she learn? Cause we seen that you know, they taught her, I guess they gave her some techniques to fight. Which I wonder why the Straw Hats never like, hey, Robin, let's teach you to fight. Let's teach you to protect yourself just in case you get into a scuffle. That you think that'd be kind of important for one of your members to know how to fight, especially when all y'all do is fight. But yeah, yeah, I want to know more about that. Like I want to see more what she learned with them. And hopefully through her future fights, we may see more techniques that she learned. Because maybe she learned more Fishman karate, right? Because that palm strike she did to the ceiling was when she called it, the fleur Fishman karate. Let me look, make sure. Mille fleur Fishman karate. That's what she said before she palmed it. Gigantium. So yeah, like I wanna like how extensive is her Fishman karate? How extensive is it? Like how much does she know of it? And maybe it could be nice to see Jinbei teach her more. Like maybe Jinbei may sharpen her on her Fishman karate. Like in between arcs, maybe Robin be like, hey, maybe this fight may force Robin to be like, you know what, I gotta become better at fighting. Maybe I should master Fishman karate, right? And who better to ask than your helmsman, the Straw Hat helmsman Jinbei, who is a master at Fishman karate. I mean, come on. Like, and it already seemed like they kind of bonded, like in the beginning of the raid, where you got Robin and Jinbei walking with each other, and Robin saying, hey, your experience is needed in this crew, and so yeah, maybe Jinbei could show her some moves, and it probably won't be shown, but even if it's implied or just showed in a small flashback in the previous fight, it would be nice to, I think it would be a great opportunity to expand Robin's fighting, especially as we continue to get closer to the end game of the story, where I feel as though at the end, we may get the Straw Hats versus the Blackbeard Pirates, right? And what we know of is Blackbeard has 10 Titanic captains, not including himself. At least I don't think. If you go on the One Piece wiki, it has a empty space, like there's a 10th captain. Maybe not yet, but maybe someone that will fill that void. So unless Aokiji is considered the 10th captain, but I don't think he is. But and Luffy right now, I think Luffy only has 9 members. Like the Straw Hats is Luffy. It's 10 members. Is Luffy and 9 Straw Hats. So it may be 10 Straw Hats, not including Luffy. So it'd be Luffy and that's why I think Yamato might be the 10th one. Yamato or Puddin, possibly. But yeah, I think it's 10, not including Luffy. And then if there's another person, there'll be 10 Luffy and then 10 Straw Hats. So that means I think each Straw Hat will get a proper 1v1 near the end game when we see the Straw Hats go against the Blackbeard Pirates, right? So if Robin gets a 1-on-1, she's going to have to be able to hold her own. I mean, I don't know who she would fight, Katarina DeVille or whatever. Or whatever her name, Katarina. Like, she's going to need to fight. So, I feel as though Robin, especially since she learned a little bit of Fishman karate, or maybe she knows more, I don't know. Maybe we'll learn the extensiveness of what she knows. But if she doesn't, let's say she only knows a basic level of Fishman karate, we have Jinbei there now to teach her uh, more fisherman karate and make her even stronger. I'm glad that we learned that Robin knows fisherman karate. You know, because it's great to see the Straw Hats learning more fighting styles. You know, we got Sanji who he knows some of Rikishi. You know the fighting style that the CP9 was using. You know, even though it's just Skywalk, you know, it's still something that came in very clutch for Sanji. Mm. All right, cool. Thing was blurry, but it came in handy for Sanji, you know, and it still comes in handy, bro. Being able to skywalk, this like flying right there, bro. Like Sanji is literally the most uh the most mobile straw hat because of that, you know. So yeah, I think this would be a great like Oda introducing Robin knowing fisherman karate, even if it's just a very low level fisherman karate. Oda doing that, and while having Jinbei on the crew, a master of fisherman karate, I believe that makes that makes a lot of opportunities to make Robin even stronger. Give Robin more of a power up just by learning more fisherman karate, or at the very least, taking what she knows and expanding on it and mastering it and things. So yeah, and I also want to know more about what happened with her and the revolutionaries. You know, what kind of stuff did she get into? You know, her relationship with Sabo, her relationship with Koala, and the other fisherman that was on the crew. I want to say his name is like Puck or something. I don't remember. Let me look, y'all. Let me look. No, 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 no. I want to know his name, man. Fishman. Okay, so his name is Hack. Hack. I said Puck, didn't I? I knew it was something with like a CK. Like it was a short name with a CK. I was thinking Puck or Packer. So it's Hack. Yeah. So yeah, I want to know more about Robin's time in the Revolutionaries. What did she learn? You know, what secrets did she learn of the world? Which I'm sure that we may get something of. You know, maybe later when the Revolutionaries, come back into the picture and they meet up with the Straw Hats. You know, maybe we'll get some more of that. And then I want to talk about Robin's Demonio form that she has. They're like this demon form. Yeah, I think it really fits. I think it really fits her. Like ever since like ever since in this lobby, you know, we get people calling Robin this demon child. You know, this demon child, and this power up she got, this new form, it really fits that because now she's taken what she what people have been calling her forever. She's using that to she's embracing it, right? She's embracing this, this epithet that people called her, the demon child. She's embracing it and using it for the better of her crew, to protect them and to make sure they win. So yeah, that's pretty dope, and I'm kind of curious, like her wings, because they don't look like hands. Because like usually when she creates wings, they look like hands or something, and these look like wings. So, like, I'm just curious. I want to know more about this form. Like, how is she able to make wings that look like wings and not like legs or hands or arms or something? You know what I'm saying? That I'm curious about that. You know, is it like maybe how, like I might have to, maybe this might be a good talk with Elijah, but is it like maybe a form of hockey? Because like one of his theories, Elijah's theories is like like Ashura. Let's take Zoro for example, how he's able to create like two more heads and four more arms, right? So altogether having like six arms and I want to say like nine swords, but he almost manifests these extra hands, and it like one thing I think Elijah says, like that's almost like hockey. It's using his spirit to he's manifesting his spirit into creating new limbs and stuff. So with Robin, I'm thinking, is she manifesting this form like with hockey or her spirit, or when Sanji like creates fire with his foot, So yeah, I'm definitely curious to see more of this form, and I hope we get more of it in the future, and it's not something like kind of like how Chopper's monster. Well, no, I'll take that back. I feel as though Oda should maybe treat it like Chopper's monster point when it was introduced in this lobby. The words, she doesn't use it too often. She only uses it in necessary battles, right? So I don't get too watered down, But yeah, I'm glad that she has a power up, a new form, something that's going to give her a leg up for future fights. Hopefully, when she whoever she fights in of the Blackbeard Pirates. I'm sorry, I had a thought. I'm like, who would she fight in the Blackbeard Pirates? Like, who would she fight? I'm thinking. I'm kind of thinking. What's his name? Sanjin Wolf or whatever his name. The big one. And the only reason why I say him is because I feel as though Robin could possibly get even bigger than she already is. With her ability, and somebody like him might really push her. It might really push that. It might really test how big she can get. You know, who would y'all like to see? Who y'all think Robin might fight in out of the Blackbeard Pirates? Let me know in the comments. But yeah. So and then that'd be a great opportunity because maybe she might even master this Demonio form. You know, to where she could get even bigger and be even more badass. Be even more badass. Okay, so but yeah. What do you guys think of the new Robin transformation or form or whatever you want to call it? Next, I want to talk about Caribou's devil fruit potential. You know, and why do I want to talk about that? We see he had all this food hidden in him. You know, and I think it's been already established that uh he could pretty much store an unlimited amount of things. Almost, it's bottomless. He said it was bottomless, right? And I think it's been pointed out before, or not. It wasn't pointed out before, but it was kind of shown that there's really not there's not a known limit to what he can carry because we seen that he was carrying a lot of stuff within him that you didn't even know that he was carrying. He tried to kidnap Shirahoshi, you know, by like swallowing her and his devil fruit ability. So he obviously have in his head that his devil fruit ability could pretty much swallow up anything, you know, no matter the size, no matter the numbers. So if that is the case, I'm thinking of his potential, you know, because me and I want to say me and Tone, me and a friend, my friend Tone, we was talking on the Discord. We was talking on the One Piece Discord. If you want to be a part of the One Piece Discord, the link is in the description. So make sure you join the Discord where we have discussions. In the One Piece Facebook group is linked in the description as well. So come be a part of that. But he said that like he made a theory. He believes that Caribou could join the Straw